So like I mentioned, market making history to some extent, hitting a year high today.
Good afternoon, Wole. Yes, the market made history today, hitting 22,741.06 points in the all-share index. The market cap also went up to 7.259 trillion naira. The market is really upbeat.
Indeed.
We saw.
I heard today Dangote, it was really a story around Dangote Cement. Of course, a lot of discussion around the bank results, but Dangote clearly lifting the market today.
Yes, Dangote Cement did quite some volume today, some very robust volume compared to what it used to do, and it went up by 4 naira to close at 116 naira. Actually, the publications about the intentions of Dangote Cement to be listed in a foreign bourse is making the market quite positive about that stock.
All right, and then of course, I hear also that quite a huge transaction, at least over the last few days, in Diamond Bank.
Oh yes, Diamond Bank posted a very, very good result half year. Gross earnings up by 30%, PAT up by about 80%, expenses not high as the gross earnings. So naturally, the basic and diluted EPS went up close to 4 times last year's figure, mid-year. So Diamond Bank in the last 3 days has traded such volumes we've not seen in that stock for quite some time. Though today, a few of the investors took profit. It came down marginally by 3 kobo, but still closed at 2.47 naira.
All right, so clearly the market's reacting to those results coming out of the banks in particular. But looking forward, how far can this move go? Like I mentioned earlier, it's now up to a year high. Going into next week, what are your expectations?
2 weeks ago, we said this market is ready to move, especially based on the sort of results that are going to be posted. And we have been anticipating good results, and here they are coming now. We're expecting from next week to see the big 3 in the banking sector, First Bank, Guarantee, Zenith, come out with their results, and the market is waiting. Certainly, if they come with results commensurate with what the expectations are, we're going to see a lot more activity in the markets.
And of course, next week we're expecting the inflation number to come out. The week after, we'll probably see the MPC. The fixed income market clearly playing a role in the market's move recently. Now we're hearing that yields are coming down. That's also another positive for the market.
Yes, it is. Even the exchange rates firming up is a positive for the market. And we just know everything is right for this market to make the sort of moves we've been expecting. Already brokers are smiling, and we hope to smile even more.
Okay, but what about foreign investors and your perspective on how much they're getting involved? I was speaking to fixed income and FX trader earlier today, and he gave some perspective about foreign investors perhaps going into the equity market right now.
The participation of foreign investors hasn't diminished in the market. You know, over the last few months, we had seen up to 80% of the activity level accounted for by foreign investors. And so far, it's looking even better because some more inquiries are coming in, and with the sort of results we are seeing, we expect even more participation by the foreign investors.
Okay, so Ebi, which stocks do you like? We've seen companies like Transcorp make a huge run this year. We've seen the banks move significantly, the likes of UBA, Access Bank. Which stocks do you like going into next week?
Wole, it's so obvious. The big 3 by way of price in the banking sector are yet to come with their results. We're waiting anxiously. We're anticipating some good things there. And even in the consumer goods sector, Unilever is a stock to watch at the current level. Yes.
All right. You just mentioned Unilever. And of course, let's focus a bit from the banks. Beyond the banks, what are your broad expectations for consumer companies? A lot of people have talked about the pressure that they are experiencing right now with the terrorist attacks in the north and the impact that is having on sales. But what's the market expectations for consumer names?
Yeah, the consumer goods sector, we have always seen it as a balancing sector for our portfolios, because you find it's not as volatile as the banking sector, yet the dividends are so very consistent. The interest is like steady in the consumer goods sector. In spite of the difficulties they're having, they're still very faithful with dividend payments, and our investors like dividends.